Okay, now I'm recording. Okay, cool. So that's all business taken care of. So those bloody puppies have like chewed the cable to my charger, and like it was already sort of dodgy, I guess. But now I've literally sat down because I have just cleaned and vacuumed my whole house faster than I think I ever have before, so that I could get to here and be ready, because my father and stepmother are in the country and are picking me up for dinner tonight. And so I've literally just sent them messages with the photos going, are you anywhere near a phone, like a computer store? Because I absolutely have to have a charger.
And to survive in the technological world.
Which is ironic, because I made a video like not even a week ago saying how much I would love to just unplug from everything. But obviously that's not happening because work's amazing. And guess what? Oh my God, I'm like going to break my face from smiling so much. But that's a good thing, yeah? You know how I said that there's a possibility of Queensland? Well, there's 7 people in our group total. And there are 2 of us that are specific. Can you hear me all right? You're turned up real loud. So there are two of us that are specifically classed as storytellers, and the rest are facilitators. Now, yesterday I went through both the contracts and the positions and everything, and there's like 2 things that are different. So when I have my one-on-one with my boss, I'm going to say, hey, look, like if I'm doing the same amount of work, which currently I am, I deserve to be paid the same, because the facilitators get paid double what I do. Yeah.
What? Double?
Yeah. So the thing is, and like, for example, we had our first launch, I don't know, I was sick last week, so it would have been the week before that, online, yeah?
Yeah.
And like, you know me, what I get like with my anxiety if I'm not have people respond to me, yeah? I got over it with the phone, then apparently it decided to kick in with work and emails. So we were each given a task, and like we were all doing what I thought was the same amount of work, because this was a free launch, we weren't getting paid, none of that stuff was fun. Anyway, I wrote, because you know what I'm like, I write the way I speak, wrote out what I thought I was supposed to do and sent it through to the group. I got nothing back. Then when they uploaded the PowerPoint and they were like, you know, put in your ideas. So everyone starts putting in their ideas, and they're like bullet point, 1 sentence, couple sentences. And I've got like this page and a half of writing, and I'm like, okay, so no one said anything. I've obviously done it completely wrong. They just don't want to tell me and they're being nice. So this is all happening in my head, obviously. And so I redid the work to match what the others had done to make it simpler, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we were given the option, and again, this was the free launch, the company's brand spanking new, like, so I'm like in the beginning, like I'm a part of the start, and you can tell how fucking happy I am. But the thing is, so anyway, we were doing that, and the boss was like, who wants to be the other speaker? Because there was going to be 5 of us online at this point, and that was too many. And I said, look, I'm happy to tell a story, because, you know, that's what I do. But I said, well, yeah, no, I was like, well, considering it's like the very first one, I was like, you know, if someone else wants to be the other speaker, I'm fine to sit it out. I think I told you that. I can't remember if I spoke to you after it happened or before, but the script that this person read out was the email that I had sent. So not only did they love what I did, but I didn't know because they didn't tell me, they literally used the entirety of it as part of their speech. Like, the other person was reading my words, and my words have been quoted on workshops, and, you know, I've got someone saying we need to put them on like a t-shirt. Like, these are my original quotes, and it's so fucking exciting. So I don't know, I've obviously got access to the document that we're working on. So we had another meeting, and this one was about a presentation for up in Queensland. And obviously we had a discussion, and they were like, who wants to go? And I was like, me, I'm here, hello. And it was like, no, like, besides me and one other person, everyone was sort of like, no, that's too scary. Like, that's just jumping in the deep end. And I'm like, yeah, that's what makes it fun. Let's go to Queensland, right? So I am effectively a part of the team. The 3 of us are going. the function is being held on the 16th of June. We had our first meet and greet with the clients yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that's very soon.
Yeah. So we had the first meet and greet yesterday. Oh my God, my THC oil decided yesterday, 25 minutes before the meet and greet for the client, to kick in. And I was just like, of course I'm going to be stoned. Like, so I wrote myself a blog with notes saying, just keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. Don't talk too much. Because our boss had already said, let them lead, this and that. You can imagine what happened. That didn't actually happen. Our half an hour meeting went for like 55 minutes and I talked a lot. But I have fantastic ideas. And I'm not biased. I mean, I think so. So we had this huge conversation and yeah, it is. We are flying up there. We are putting on this presentation. I'm obviously ecstatically happy, as you can probably imagine. But I've also learned so much about myself in the meantime, right? So I feel like I'm on overdrive because, like I said, I'm just...
A little bit. Wow.
I'm trying to catch up, yeah?
That's okay. I'm with you.
So, anyway, what was I saying? All right, so we've got this and we're working on it and we're going to Queensland. And last night I went to write the speech, the story that I'm going to go, like to say, yeah. Now, this is a story I've told you, I've told my bosses, I've told other people. It's a story I could tell without even thinking about it. But I figured out something last night that's taken fucking years for me to realize, and that is the reason I struggle so much to write something that I'm going to be speaking is because my brain doesn't work like that. When I write something as in a written blog, it's written knowing that the next person is going to be reading it. If I try to write something that I'm speaking, my brain just goes, oh yeah, I'm out. I got no clue what the fuck you're on about. And I just go blank.
How writing it are you doing? Are you writing every sentence and every and?
No, I'm not writing anything. I get to the point to write and it's literally writer's block. The story's there. But the thing is, though, I figured out the answer, right? So I was like, okay, this is an issue I've had for years, yeah? Now, I want to be a public speaker. I need to be able to write the fucking stories that I want to say. So I was like, okay, what do I think I'm actually good at? I love making videos, right? Now, you know, and I know, I'm on day 141 today, I think.
Wow.
And I've been up since 5:55 in the morning and I've already made 2 videos and a third one feeding Sebastian, which I still need to upload. And like I said, it's been go since I got up. But last night I was like, okay, there's got to be a way to figure this out. I had no issues turning on my camera and just speaking. So that's what I did. I turned on my camera and I spoke the story to the audience that I, speak to when I speak to my camera. And the way that I did it is I did it like I would if there was an audience there. And I made it specifically so that I could go back and watch it and then write down what I said. And then, hallelujah, YouTube has transcripts. So I just copied and pasted the entire lot of transcript, which was a mess, as you can imagine, because it's got every minute of it. But I spent this morning going through the whole thing, right? It's fucking awesome. Like, best way to figure shit out, all right? So I got the entire transcript, right? So like
you're using technology available to you.
So you can see how long this is, right? And
it's extensive, yeah.
I'm a storyteller. I have to make a point. Where the theme is anxiety, right? I got lots of stories about anxiety. So this is specifically based on uni. Anyway, so this morning what I did was I started watching it after I put it all together and printed it out. And then, as an editor would with the red pen, I'm going along and going, okay, and then marking it out. And I'm so fucking happy. Like, my story wrote itself because I just talked to the camera. So, moving forward, I will be telling all of my stories to my camera and doing this because it works so fucking well. And it's a win-win because I get a video.
Can I ask you a question?
I would hope so. You're my therapist, yeah?
Why do you feel like you need to do that? Because, why are we writing the story that you know so well about yourself? And
because I need to provide it for work. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I can tell the story absolutely.
Yeah, because it's confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, this is more for my team to know. So we've got obviously the document we've all got access to, and we're
So
writing
they
out the
understand the
structure.
content before you tell the story. So you're not going to go to Queensland and have your speech and read it.
No, it's all it's all in, like, so the whole point of the workshop is to like try to, like, we're obviously trying to break down like anxiety, but we're trying to do it in a more lighthearted way, get the people like engaged and things like that. So this is just the story. This doesn't include the intro to my story, which I've already put into the document. That's, goes, hey guys, I'm Liv, from blah, 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 like the proper, thanks so much for showing up. Everyone give yourself a round of applause. So I've written all of that. I'm at like 260 something words just for the intro. And that's before I even start the actual story. Yeah. So that part I did without talking to the camera, because by this point I'd already watched the video back. I've almost figured like, this is taking a while, like it's proper work, and it's so exciting because it's actually a real job. So that doesn't come out right, but you know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my God, you're so mean to yourself. Yes, it is. Yes. A real job. So they pay you, and there's superannuation.
I know, it's awesome. So I'm so excited, right? And it's like, I've always struggled. Like, I mean, I don't know how long you and I have been working together, but it's been a long time. And it's like,
it's been a while.
Yeah, and it's like, I've struggled for so long. Like, the amount of stories I've tried to write, and I literally, it's not like one sentence, two sentences. I just look at the page and go, yep, nope, don't know what's happening.
But I think, when you reflect on where you were at when we met, which was a long time ago now, things are very different. You have developed yourself and worked on yourself and put time and energy and effort into you and what you need and how you want your life to be and what you want it to look like and what matters to you and who you are.
Yeah.
You've done the hard work.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Telling people the stories.
Yeah, but it's funny you say that, right? Because I'm still a fucking uni student, as you know. And I realised going through this, and I was like, okay,
student
this is
life, Liv, student of life.
I'm telling all my stories, man. So, well, it's funny because that letter you sent me, I sent it to uni, which is amazing. They are now putting everything together, like they are sourcing everything in PDFs so that I can use the text to speech.
Oh my God, they said yes, great.
Not only have they said yes, I checked in yesterday. They're doing this, like, I've got to have copyright signatures and this whole contract. It's a full-on thing, eh? So, yeah, they said yes, but it's a lot more convoluted than I realised. But, hey, whatever it takes, right? So, but I realised, though, that I was telling the story in the sense of, this was back in 2018. I psyched myself out, blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously, I've got the story there. But I realised doing it, I was like, hold on a minute. Anxiety is the theme of this workshop. I'm still a uni student, and my anxiety follows me around like a big black cloud. Like, now it's make or break. Now if I don't get the four units, I get the grades. I won't get into honours. And it's just like, oh, wow. So it's, in a way, I was able to just pull it all together because I said to my team and the clients, I was like, the most important thing, I think, is that people realise they're not alone. Yeah? You know, when you feel like you're alone with your anxiety or your overwhelm or whatever it is, it's so much harder. Whereas I'm quite happy to just go, hey, I'm Liv, I psych myself out all the bloody fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, I have legitimately spent, I wrote notes. I was so sick, whatever week it was, I don't know, sometime since I haven't seen you. And as soon as I started to feel better, instead of allowing myself to actually get better, as soon as I started to get a bit okay, that fucking kicked in. And I'm literally writing notes. Oh, I need to tell therapists, blah, 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 blah. Why am I beating myself up? Why do I feel like I'm failing? Why? Blah? And I'm like, for fuck's sake, shut up. This is what I was saying in my head, shut up. And that's when I realized, hold on, I'm still doing it.
Why? Why are you telling your brain to shut up?
Because it's mean to me and it's telling me that I need to be doing this, and this. And if I'm not, then I'm failing.
Does it make it real?
Huh?
Does it make it real?
No, and I understand
that. So the thoughts are what?
Bullshit.
Ta-da!
I know that, but when you're not 100% well and you've already missed a week and a half.
This is a very clear example of a vulnerability to illness. when the chips are down and the struggle is the real and your pack is heavy and it's raining, you don't take the best route. You don't take the way that takes you past the beautiful waterfall. You go the way you think you know. Your brain shortcuts. It's tired. It's like whatever, point A to point B, not via the waterfall. Screw the waterfall.
I hear you. And hey, I'm getting better because even through making my videos, I use my videos as a therapy technique as well because, you know, like I said, when I speak to my camera the way that I do, because I do it off the cuff, because I just do it free thinking, I'm able to learn about myself and see the things
The
and
real,
like,
genuine you.
yeah, that's the goal. And
With all the flaws and all the automatic thoughts and all sorts of things.
I know. But yeah, like I'm just feeling all round a lot better, which is great.
Great. You also got new glasses, I can see.
Yes, I got 2 new pairs. I'm very happy.
Very nice.
So,
I think I have the same pair, not today, but
I only learned something recently, which was if you get that smudge proof thing with the anti-glare thing, it actually makes it worse. Like I said to the lady, I was like, I swear to God, these glasses, I can't keep them clean. She's like, yeah, it's the anti-glare thing. She goes, but I promise you, if you take the anti-glare off, you'll regret it. So it's better just to keep cleaning the glasses. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. But I still hate putting my fingers in my eyes. So contacts are a no-go. So, you know.
Fair enough.
But otherwise, yeah, I think it's good. I've got everything done. My house is clean, vacuumed. I'm ready, so to speak. I just have to iron the shirt that I'm going to chuck on over my top. And yeah, I've already let them know before we do anything, I need to go and get a new charger because this is just obviously going to, yeah. I'll have to.
We're gonna need that. This is a real life thing with your real life job, with your real life superannuation. Yep.
Yeah. All that stuff. Yep. Got to do all that stuff. Done all the ABN stuff, whatever it is, and just need to figure out all the rest of it. But yeah, no, it's legit. But like I said,
why do you need an ABN? Are you not?
No, so it's
independent contractor.
Yeah, it's being done as a contractor.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but I have a tax accountant, so I just let him deal with the hard stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, in general, like I said, I didn't do it for the money. It wasn't about that. I knew intuitively to apply for that volunteer job, and look what's happened. Like, but I've said to my boss, you know, I was like, I mean, to me, the storyteller and the facilitators, like, they're very similar. Yeah, like I am working as if I was a facilitator. Right? Yeah. So I said to him, I was like, obviously, if I've been telling people I'm a storyteller for 6 years, there's no way I was applying for a facilitator role. I'm a storyteller.
Exactly. I'm like, particularly when the next job ad is for a storyteller.
I'm like, but I said, you know, and it will do, you know, it'll be after a few workshops and whatnot that we'll be able to see. But like I said, I went through both the contracts and both of everything, and I was like, there's literally 2 things on that's not on mine, and I'm doing them both anyway. And again, it's not about how much I get paid. It's about fairness, and you know, and that's what I think.
And you know, if your boss is not forthcoming, there's an option.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, I know, but if he doesn't kind of acknowledge that you're doing the work that of the position description for the other role, then you know, stick to your position description. As difficult as that is for you, sometimes it's also about working within your scope, so that because if you don't highlight a gap, then they're not going to see a gap. If you cover, I think
it's more once you're like there. So obviously we don't get paid for any of the work that goes into it. Like I've already spent I don't know how many hours today and last night working on this. We get paid for the actual presentation. Yeah. So if the function goes for 1 hour or 2 hours, it's 1 or 2 hours that I get paid for. That's it. And that's fine, because again, like I said, this is for the experience. I've been telling everyone I'm a storyteller, and I've always said the same thing. I don't need to worry about how that's going to happen, because I truly believe the universe will figure it out. Ergo, it did. You know what I mean? Manifestation, people. So yeah, but I'm happy. It's good. Everything's great. Oh, my camera's right there.
Come here.
I'm like, hello. Yeah, well, you know, I'm recording me while I talk to you.
Yeah, I'm over here. And so I thought you were talking to me and you just had...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking to all of you, you know. At least you guys understand what I'm saying.
I can't control it. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Oh my God, there's this chesty and dry cough medicine. Have you seen it? It's in the soup. Oh my God, it is the best because my cough was driving me fucking bonkers. So I'll send you a picture afterwards.
The post-viral fun.
I know, right? Like
No, I did not have COVID.
I tested myself like 5 times,
5
every
times? I was
single
so sick.
one. So
Ugh.
I was the same, flu's back. So I thought I had COVID. I had every single bloody symptom, but yeah, every single negative test was negative.
You know me. I've called in sick 4 times in my career, and I called in sick 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that must have been bad, man. You know, I hear you.
My assistant was like, your choices are you can see her via sign language, and P.S. she doesn't know sign language. You can cancel your appointment.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
I had laryngitis. You can imagine.
Yeah, no, that would be hard. Hey, I think I found that thing we were talking about. Was it you that sent me a sensory profile?
Yes.
I found it.
Did you fill it in?
I did actually fill it in.
I was like, you sound surprised.
No, well, I can see that I printed it out and filled it in, but I also reckon I scanned it back to you.
You might have.
But I've obviously got no clue how to read the bloody thing, so I thought I'd just double check, and if it is you, I'll send it back.
It's me.
All right, cool. So that's good. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad that my computer has enough charge for this. So I'm not going to be able to upload anything. I'm going to have to literally switch the computer straight off, I think, because actually it doesn't matter because I'm filming on my phone, not on here. Technology.
I can just ring you on your phone if you prefer.
Fuck no, no, God no. I'm filming. I have to have you there. If you call me, I can't film me. That doesn't work.
Oh.
You know, this is fun. I can hear you. Okay. We're fine. I've still got like half a thing left.
Okay.
I'm just meaning in the sense of worst case scenario, but I'm pretty sure Officeworks will have them. So
you'll be fine. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm not worried.
You can get them, and
everything will be fine.
I don't know where, but you could. J-Car. That's what people say.
Yeah, no.
It's an electronics store that I have recently learned about.
I have been there before. Yep. So I know.
I've never been there, but I thought it was a car store, but it is not. It is an electronics store.
Well, I thought when the guys were talking about an escort at the dog park, that I got all sorts of confused. I'm at the dog park, and there's these guys, and one person goes, "Oh, look at escort," and I just turned around and went, "Huh? What? Where? They don't." And then they look at me, and I'm like, "Escort means hooker, yeah?" And they're like, "No, escort means car," and I'm like, "Ah, right, cool. Well, moving along."
That's less insulting. Great.
Nothing wrong with people in the sex industry, I feel.
It's a very valid and appropriate and necessary industry.
Hey, you know how many thousands of dollars I've spent on it for Mr. X, so you know. But the good part is that obviously opened up a, hey, well, I'm like one of the boys. Do any of you guys ride motorbikes by any chance? I know, good segue. They're talking about cars. I thought they were talking about, escorts as in hookers.
You're talking about riding a motorbike. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Does anyone ride a motorcycle?
Yes. Or? Not only that, they're a part of a group that ride. I met the man. His wife, he actually got her you should see this beast, for Christmas, a brand spanking new bike. She doesn't even have a license yet, but he sort of like rides it to like the back roads or like after hours car parks, so she could practice. And I was like, dude, I have had my motorbike license for so long. I said, I need someone to ride with. He goes, come be a part of the gang. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome.
Are you going to get patched in?
Yeah. It's so exciting. But I said to him the other day, I was like, I've been sick for a week. I have to take Boss to the park. I was like, will you be there? And he's like, yeah. And we were talking and I said to him, is it cool if we go for a ride together before like I meet everybody else? Because I said to him, I haven't ridden with anyone for years. You know what I mean? So he's meeting me here on Sunday. We're going to ride to Williamstown. So I'm very happy.
Can I ask the dumb question?
No, we're not.
So you have a valid, you have a valid and current motorcycle driver's license.
Absolutely, of course I do.
Do you have a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay then. So that's fine. I was like,
It's a dirty motorcycle, but yeah, I bought my motorbike brand spanking new off the lot, Yamaha, in 2014. It was gorgeous. It's still gorgeous. It just needs clean.
What color is it?
Black, because
Nice.
it's
What color?
sexy.
I don't think any of the other colors are necessary.
No, my black
Not
is
cars.
hot, and I feel like I'm a queen or a goddess on the road when I ride it.
What
But
color is your helmet?
black. But my jacket's got bright pink, and my boots have got pink on them and stuff like that. So
So you have like the good Kevlar clothes.
I've got all of it except pants so far. But then someone gifted me some, but I need to go to an alteration store. I tend to just wear jeans. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking into the pants. I know I need to get some.
Yeah, because if you come off, like,
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm a motorbike rider. But the main thing is, I have found someone to ride with. And I
exactly.
have actually been out, when I say recently, it'll be in the last month because the days just seem to fly these days. But I am feeling good and comfortable, and I'm happy that he was cool just for like us to go for a ride before I
I'm
meet
actually
everyone
more
else.
excited that you're able to be in a vulnerable situation, reach out to new people who you otherwise don't know all that well yet, and establish new connections based on similar interests and knowledge, and grow a relationship out of it.
Instead of
Put
jumping in like the
effort
last
to
one.
do so, which is great. What?
Do you mean like in comparison to the last person? Because I talk to strangers all the time, but
I know you talk to strangers all the time, but talking to people and establishing genuine long-term connections with them are different things.
this is true.
Meeting new friends, trusting new strangers to become a part of your life, developing those relationships and doing that vulnerability give and take in the genuine connection is harder than,
Oh, I know.
as an adult especially, to have different connections and different interests and to put yourself out there.
Yep.
A lot
Well,
of avoidance, particularly in a post-COVID world.
I know, right? I'm just so freaking happy because, like, they live near me. We obviously go to the same dog park. I've met, his wife. She's lovely. But yeah, I'm excited.
Great.
I'm so excited, and like,
You look good. You look, dare I say the word, knock on all the wood, let's not jinx it.
I am happy. Just say it, woman. I have my moments. We all know that.
But that's a normal life situation.
Exactly.
Real life, you have ups and downs. Real life, you have great days and hard days and everything in between. And it's how you navigate the stresses and how you navigate disappointments and how you bounce back from that using your resilience. That's the best thing. Now what you're hearing from you is you're establishing new connections, you're allowing vulnerability, you're accepting of your flaws, you're accepting of opportunities which you otherwise would have avoided. This is really amazing.
Thank you. I know sometimes I feel like a new person. Like there's a definite like shift, and I can feel that. Like sometimes I'm just happy, and then you do pop into my head, and I'm like, remember what she says? It's a normal human emotions. Like I haven't been having this extreme bad whatever. Like I was getting anxious for a couple of days there, but I worked it out. I was doing it to myself because it was, wasn't quite well, that sort of thing. But I don't know, it's just something has shifted. And also, like, I've always struggled to get up in the morning, right? So I've always had
Really
my...
not know what shifted. We all know what shifted. All of your viewers will know what's shifted.
Well, would you like to clue me in?
No, because you're supposed to come to these epiphanies by yourself, Liv.
Right.
What's changed, do we think, in the last few months, which has given you an opportunity to feel validated and
The job?
Oh, really?
Dude, it's the job, is it? I think so.
It's not the job.
I think it's the fact that I know I'm not crazy. I've been saying I'm a storyteller for 6 years. Oh, look at that. It's true.
So it's not
I get it.
It's not the job per se, because not any job wouldn't have done this.
No,
this
is job.
How you have established what this. It's not even the job. It's that you've been given the opportunity to now be you.
Yes, and they love it. You should
The
hear
first
what I got in the card.
The first thing that happens historically is you've always been genuine in your true self and all that stuff, but you also have never felt like there's been a validation of what that is.
Yeah, no, I
There's
know.
always been the, and then what are you going to do? Or, and then how does that work in your real life? And then how does that get you, money for food?
Yep.
And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have this opportunity which validates it all. And it's almost like the puzzle that you've been banging your head against the wall.
Yes, because
it's finally just clicking into place, and now you can see the picture. All the pieces aren't there yet, but now you can see the picture, and you're like, I can make a circus.
I can. Now it's like that dream I have of being on a stage is like, well, that actually could happen. Like, that could happen. Like,
on the 16th of June in Queensland.
Well, exactly. That's the first one. Listen to this. I'm part of the team and everything. So my work t-shirt arrived yesterday, and I got this really pretty card, and I'm going to read what it says, okay? It was so beautiful. Dear Liv, you are making such a special impact on such and such and the community and on myself. Your passion for storytelling and devotion to this cause shines through in every chat we have and will inspire many in the years to come. Thank you for all that you do. You mean a lot to me.
Aww.
How awesome was that? I was just like, oh my God.
This is from the new boss.
Yeah, it's the boss. And like, sometimes I feel like I'm too excited, and I'm like, am I overexcited? But he seems to love it because, like,
is there an overexcited? I mean, yes, there is overexcited, but being passionate about something, as long as your passion is relevant and also grounded, you're not jumping off stages and crowd surfing. You're just working really hard to get something launched. And when you own a business like this person does, it's very hard to find people who are as passionate about your business as you are. It's very hard to find people who are as engaged and who will put in all those ridiculous, thankless efforts that you put in. And it's also a necessity for it to work. So when you find somebody like that, you hold on really tight. And I'm glad to hear that there's an appreciation.
Oh no, he's amazing. He said something actually in a meeting that was just wonderful and took this weight off my shoulders that I realized I put there 6 years ago. And he said something off the cuff, and this is in the meeting between the three of us last week for Queensland. And he's like, another stigma that we're trying to break is that you can help someone as a friend, as a mate, as a peer support. You don't need to have an entire medical degree or have your PhD in psychology or whatever it might be. And in that moment, I was just like, oh my God, that's what my biggest fear has been. Nobody's going to take me seriously because I'm so open about my past. I'm not credible unless I have every single psychology degree. Now, I absolutely want them all, and I believe provided I have the structure and I keep going the way I am, I will get there. But this anxiety I've put on myself, especially for the last 4 units, because again, looking back for the story I'm going to tell, I can see that anxiety has basically screwed me over every step of the way, because I would have been getting a lot higher grades if I had have been able to.
The threshold.
Yeah, because
it's competitive and there's minimum requirement. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in that sense, it's really helped, because it's like, I'm a part of this team, and like, it's brand spanking new. I'm one of the very first people in it, and I've said to him, I have zero interest in going anywhere else. Like, I want to be a part of this, and I want to help you grow, and I want to be with this, and like, I see this being something long term, and so does he, as far as I can tell.
So there's a very strong trend in mental health, particularly in government agencies, to move to peer support work, and not to discount the necessity of having the psychiatrists and the things like that. Like, there's a need for all of those things. Of course. But at the end of the day, your qualifications are a part of it, but it is not all of it. You can have somebody with the best qualifications in the entire world, but if the connection is not there, it does not matter.
Agreed.
So if you have connection, then does the qualification matter?
I hear what you're saying. But like the weight isn't there
but
so
also,
bad,
yeah,
you know?
as long as there's appropriate
Yeah,
training in the treatment process.
of
But
course.
treatment is one thing, support is another thing.
Absolutely. So the company is coming at it from a preventative level, as I've said.
Exactly.
So we
Exactly.
understand there obviously people need people like you. I'm talking to you right now. But we're trying to help people before they get to the point of that.
It's a holistic approach to healthcare, which is necessary. And whilst, the professionals, like I have the psychiatrists here, and sometimes you think, oh, there's an easier way to say that to the patients. Sometimes you need that translator of somebody who's been there, understands it, knows, and can give the validation and the support at the time, because the professional sometimes knows, but sometimes doesn't know.
That's the one thing I think that with their lived experience, like we've all got different lived experiences. Like, but every time I tell the story about my neighbor in the ice pipe, I get the same reaction from you, from everyone else, the look on your faces, and I'm just like, I get why you all think this, but you didn't smoke ice and take your pipe everywhere like I did. So, there's a difference. But
it was just like he tried to.
Oh, he did try to begin with, but like it wasn't a secret every time he asked me. That time it was just, yeah. But he's like, he fixed my kitchen chairs. He's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
you have developed a relationship.
I like my neighbour. Like, if he smokes ice in his house, that's fine. Just don't bring it to mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. People are allowed to make their own choices, even when their choices are not necessarily great.
Yeah, but I'm not the one. I told him I will be there to help him if and when he wants help. But otherwise, as long as he's not hurting other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for now, he smokes ice. That's his business. And if it's not creating problems for him, just because I don't necessarily agree with it doesn't mean that it's a problem.
No, exactly. I know that. Like, you know what my thoughts on that are. But, yeah, but in general, everything is just really
great,
good. And we even get, what is it? We're doing like proper safe storytelling training. Like there's whole lots of stuff getting put in, to make sure it's told the right way. And that's another reason why, like, I need to write it out. Like, I know how to tell my story. So, like, I'm going to have notes, but I need my workmates. Because, like, it's almost like they just think it's all going to flow together. And I'm like, guys, we need to know what we're saying when we're saying it. We need to be able to preempt a lot of the questions. We need to know and have this all planned. And my boss is going, yeah, these are all really good points. And I'm just thinking, how much younger? Like, my bosses are quite,
Anytime you tell a story, people will connect with you based on their own experiences, and they'll interpret your story based on their perception of the situation. And sometimes with that, it'll go in a direction which you don't otherwise intend.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean,
there can be triggers, there can be challenges, there can be disagreements. So knowing and having, I guess, an idea from everybody that this is the page that we're on, and knowing how are we going to resolve conflict, who's going to manage this situation, who's going to manage that situation. You just need a plan of attack.
That's what we're doing.
Great.
And I am honestly loving every minute of it.
Great.
Like, it's exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For finally allowing yourself to really engage something that matters to you.
Oh, so much. There's just one thing
without the thought going, oh, but I'm not good enough.
Yes, no. When it comes to this, I'm like, I'm fucking fantastic. I'm the best storyteller I know.
You are.
Exactly. There's still one thing that I'm doing that's driving me bonkers, and I'm very aware, and I've been aware for years, and I just can't quite seem to make it stop. It's fucking interrupting. I don't mean to, and in the group meeting yesterday, it was all online, I was really good, I stayed muted, I used a little hand thing, didn't whatever. But when it's just my team and me, I've apologized, but I've now interrupted my boss a few too many times, I feel. He's a sweetheart, but I need to stop doing it, and I don't know why it's still happening. Because I'm actively listening, but I truly think it's because I'm excited, and I'm like a child who just can't keep it in.
Exactly.
So what do I do to fix that?
What do you do for a child who does it?
I don't know. I don't have children. Children are difficult.
You're around children, and you've read enough books to know.
What would I do to a child that was super excited? I would just let it be excited. I don't know. That's probably why I'm not having kids. I'd just have fun. You're excited. That's awesome.
Yes,
I don't know.
I do have children in my life. And
I was just going to say, you got kids.
They get very excited. And I think the only issue is great. They're excited. Great. The only issue is when you're doing something else. So when you're talking to someone or you're doing something and then it's in the background.
Okay, yeah, they're a bit different. Yeah. Okay,
well. The classic, mom.
You're just listing off the reasons why I'm not having children, so yep.
And they're not bad.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm sure that they're amazing children. I freaking love kids.
There are times they're amazing children.
I just think kids are the hardest job on the planet, and I've just got no energy for that crap.
But when they're doing this, parents do a whole series of things. One, they ignore them.
Yep.
2, they tell them off.
Okay.
3, they go like this.
No, that one I've seen, yeah. That one I know.
And they keep talking until they're done. The appropriate response from a textbook response, I'm not saying that we all do this as parents, anytime consistently.
Yeah.
Let's not set people up for failure here. Is you're supposed to go, hang on just 1 second, darling, I'll deal with it. I'll speak to you in a moment. I'm busy doing this.
I love it when the mum voice comes in.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
And then you go over here and then you finish what you're doing because you validated. So what you're doing is you're acknowledging. That's why the little hand wave thing on Zoom, you're like, I see you, Liv, you want to speak next? And they just keep going, yeah. But
at least I didn't interrupt. I used a little hand thing.
Yes.
Which I thought was a really good win for me because I don't think I've used that in all the rest of my meetings, but this was with the client.
So let's be honest.
This is slightly different to the other one, so yeah.
No, we use Zoom for other stuff.
Yeah.
This is more secure than Zoom.
Okay, cool. I guess then that makes me feel a bit better because I've only ever interrupted when it's like adding on to whatever someone's saying, and like I have acknowledged that I do it and that I'm sorry that I do it, but they also have a list of every single condition that I live with. So, that's cool.
So when you have somebody, so it's about the add-on. So when your boss is talking and it's an add-on, it's appropriate to say when he's finished that bit before he starts the next bit, and so
yes, that's it. I got to remember the hand signal just so I can then okay.
Because you're doing an add-on. You're not just interrupting the next thought. It's an add-on to this. So maybe starting the sentence with something like, before we move on from this.
I like that.
So we're acknowledging that we're just going to finish this before the next thing, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just
communication skill.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. It's all stuff I need to learn, and I understand that, and I think the fact that I am just so excited, like it's it's like you could see the vibrations. Like I'm like a little literature bunny going, this is amazing. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm like basically devoted to you guys and my schoolwork, and I'm not going anywhere,
Well, they're going to appreciate that, and it invigorates the rest of the team as well. You do kind of need a cheerleader sometimes, but also at the same time, don't always be the cheerleader, because other people also need to engage in the process, and other people, when you're having, because right now things are great for you. It's not always great. So when things are down, you can't be the only person that's pushing. It has to be everyone.
No, I absolutely agree. It's just, I guess I find it interesting because I haven't met everyone yet in person. It's all sort of online, and you can kind of tell, like the people who are like really, they're all excited, but some of them are more, say, timid. Like I was literally 2 hands go, yeah, I'm coming to Queensland. Oh my God, yeah, what do I got to do? And I didn't have to like sort of compare or compete with anyone because everyone else was sort of like, I think we'll sit this one out, which I just wasn't expecting. I thought everyone would be vying to get up there, So
well, no, we're doing a podcast in a couple of weeks. We've been invited to do a podcast, and my business partner was like, "You're gonna do that by yourself, yeah?"
Okay, then.
I'm like, "Yep, suppose."
I guess so. You're not giving me a choice.
Yeah, people are different.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just freaking excited about it.
Their value add is also necessary, but you can't all add in the same value. You bring this to the table. They might bring something very different, but equally as necessary to the table.
Absolutely.
You surround yourself with a team where each of your strengths are there.
Oh, agreed. Absolutely.
So they're different. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for us to actually meet. Like, we have our next meeting online tomorrow. And then, obviously, like you said, the 16th isn't that far away. So, we'll be doing a run through, which is why I'm getting all this sorted. But just the simple fact that I've also figured out how to solve my issue, because I want to be a public speaker. I need to be able to like write stories and read them and learn them and all that sort of stuff. And now I figured out how.
It's only 4 weeks today.
I know, fuck man, Jesus, it's not long at all, right? Yeah, it's awesome. So we're still working out time and how the length and the things like that. Because they originally had it for an hour, and I was like, guys, we've almost talked for an hour. I said, I have been to so many workshops, an hour's not going to be long enough. I said, you have to at least allow it like 2 hours. Because they've said, you know, because obviously I have no idea, like, flight-wise and stuff like that. We haven't even discussed any of that. But we'll be going up early to have the day preparation, meet everyone. So then there'll be the actual function. But then we've said we're going to like stay again for another couple of hours so people, because wherever we're going, these people own 2 bars and they've just blocked it out for the whole night. So yeah, I know, right?
Okay. I know. It's going to be great.
It's going to be fucking awesome. Like,
I'm excited.
They were telling us about the last one they had, and they were like, oh, included in the ticket price, everyone got their first drink. And they're like, oh, obviously that's not appropriate for this one. And I'm like, is it because of the time? They're like, no, just different topic. And I'm like, we're actually going to be in a bar. And they're like, yeah, we own it, of course. And I'm like, cool. This is freaking awesome.
They could do perhaps maybe not an alcoholic drink, but they could have a catering.
Well, they said we can do whatever we want. They're like, you want to pay for that, everyone have a drink? They're like, go for your life. We don't care. Like, yeah, it's just who pays for what. But like the point, and we're getting a walkthrough, so we've had it organised where they'll be calling us from the venue. So we'll get like a full walkthrough plus all the floor plans. Everything will be sent to us. So we know before we get there how it's going to be done and worked out. And it's all just so freaking exciting.
So look at you. You're like a kid in a candy store.
I really, really am. And I love it. So, you know.
Liv, if it's not broken, don't fix it, sweetie.
I know. And I must admit, good enough is one of my favourite sayings because of you. Like, I was vacuuming or doing something and I was like, good enough. It's good enough. I was like, yep,
good
I'm
enough
cool.
Is good enough.
Exactly. I love
it. You wrote it on your wall years ago.
I did indeed write it on my wall years ago. And yeah, it's just, and I'd be doing the fact thing, checking the facts, doing all that stuff, and it's all working, and yeah.
That, who would have thunk?
I know, right? Oh, my therapist knows what she's doing.
What? Evidence-based treatment would be like, effective.
Oh, goodness. I know, and we're going out so I don't know what time they're getting here. They said around 4, so I was like, yep, that's cool. Gotta go get me a charger. But dinner, that'll be interesting. I haven't seen them since, they flew out like the day before the borders shut when COVID started. Yeah.
Hopefully you have an extraordinary dinner and it's at least delicious.
It will be. Whatever it is, I'm sure of that much. I did say to him, I was like, at some point in my therapy sessions, I'm going to discuss why I cannot call you Dad. I said, I'm not there yet. You're still who you are. I call him by his first name. I said, but it's on my list of things to talk about with my therapist. So, I'm getting somewhere.
Well, we've covered a few topics over the years.
Indeed. But
that shall be perhaps the next one.
Yeah, well, now like everything's good and I feel like I'm dealing with things better and just simply writing this out and realizing the fact that I'm doing my own heading with the anxiety thing. It's just crazy, But, like you said, and you nailed it on the head, it is, I guess, the validation, and I hadn't fully consciously realised that myself, because we're talking 6 years of people saying to me, what do you mean when I say I'm a storyteller?
Not just what do you mean, but then there's also been people actively going, that's not the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's not going to happen.
Or how are you going to get paid for that?
Yeah.
Or how does that help anybody? Or insert judgment
Mm.
bullshit statement here. Okay, well,
So many years and years I've been listening to that crap, and now
you're like, I'm a storyteller. Here's my job description.
I know. It's just honestly like, it's magic to me because, as you said, I've started so many sentences in my path with, this is probably going to sound crazy, but, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not crazy. I may deal with a bunch of bullshit, and this is true.
This job description, even without that, you're not crazy.
Oh, I know.
You have been through appropriate and hard things in life that you've had to overcome and learn about yourself and manage, and you've worked really hard to do that.
I know, and I'm fucking proud of myself.
Crazy isn't a real good descriptive word.
No, I know that, but that's...
We're all crazy.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say, though, in the generalness of it, like you said, not only have I had people tell me, what does it mean, what is it, but, insert all the bad shit, and now it's like, well, hey, look, I stuck to my guns.
It's like a nice revenge, in some ways. Kind of want to send your job description to all your haters.
I can't, yeah, no, 100%. It's like, who's laughing now, guys? You know what I mean? Like... Yeah. I did not change my... I never backed down. I was like, I didn't go, no, you're all right. None of this is real, blah, blah, blah. 6 years. Been saying it. I'm a storyteller. I'm a storyteller.
Have to give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back for your consistency for 6 years, despite the negative press over the time, despite the suggestions that's never going to happen. You have stuck to it and maintained it and been true to who you are and what you want for the whole time.
I know. It's
pretty
awesome.
Good when you think about it that.
Oh, I'll be drinking wine tonight. I said to them, I was like, I've got news. And they're like, and I'm like, don't worry, it's good news. We need wine drinking news. And I was like, so wherever we're going, there needs to be wine. So I'll be actually celebrating tonight. Like, I've celebrated with my friend, but because obviously these guys have heard me too. They're, it's my father. Like, obviously he's heard me say it. You know, he doesn't voice the stuff like my mother did, in the whole, it's never going to happen, stop dreaming, blah, blah, blah crap. But,
So you can celebrate with him. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, it's good. I don't have a very close relationship with him, but I'm currently not on speaking terms with the rest of them. And I said to him, I was like, this might help us out in our relationship, because I was like, at the moment, you're the only family I feel like I've got. Like, I love my family to pieces, and I know that we'll come back together again. It's just, now's not the right time, and that's fine. But, yeah, like you said, I didn't let anyone beat me or make me change my mind, because I knew in my soul, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell stories.
We're here to be you.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm really
cool. Like you needed to compromise you. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like I've compromised who I am for so long, and now it's like... No, now I'm me. I am authentically me,
You're living your values. This is the thing that we've been looking for a long time. Compromise, it's not about the job. It's not about that. It's about you living the things that matter to you and having that resonance.
Absolutely. Yeah, life is good. I'm happy.
Good.
Yes.
So I'll cancel your appointments from now.
It's so funny you say that. I went to put them all into my calendar, and then it looked like I had like a clash with the psychiatrist. So I rang the psychiatrist, and somehow I completely messed it all up. I had that I was seeing him at 3 p.m. on the 2nd of June, and I'm seeing you on the 2nd of June. And then I called them, and they're like, no, you're booked it for the 22nd. I'm like, are you sure? Then we had to go through and do the whole identity thing to make sure we were both talking about me. She's like, yeah, no, definitely completely different. I've just somehow randomly picked a date, but it's all good. I fixed it. I changed it. It's done. But yeah, no, I still need to work on the whole. Why can I not call my father Dad? I cannot do that. It's too hard. So that'll be something we work on.
Okay.
But other than that, I think I'm good. Life is good. I'm happy. It's 3:09 in the afternoon. I'm already ready for wine. What does that say?
Says you got up at 5:55.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because I've always needed people...
5 o'clock for you.
Well, my friend's got a kid, and she's got this a hectic fucking job and she's been really struggling. And I was like, oh my God, we can help each other, because I actually go to bed super early. I was like, but when I feel like I don't have a reason to get up, even though I do, I just go back to sleep. I was like, so if I make waking you up my reason, so she's got to be up by 6, yeah? So now when I fall asleep, I'm like, okay, I have to call Rachel in the morning, and that's what I do, and it's fucking amazing. All these hours in the day. Plus, I'm not smoking weed. Well, I mean, I had some yesterday. I haven't smoked weed in a while. Lots of hours in a day when you're sober, it turns out. But yeah.
Yes. Still only 24, but your perception of them changes.
Yeah, but hey, I think I'm doing all right. I haven't even had like fuck all THC oil or anything today. I was like, I do not want it to kick in like it did yesterday right before that work meeting, which in the end went really well, so it was fine. But, you know, but all in all, everything's good.
Have fun tonight then, and I will
shall.
see you soon.
Yes.
I'll have the girls check your schedule, and if you don't have appointments, which
No, I have. They're all done. They're all booked. I've got them all sorted. I know when they are. As long as you guys keep sending me the links, it's all good.
It does it automatically.
Oh, well, there you go then. Wonderful.
I have made it magical. No, just joking.
You know me.
Practice manager.
I believe in magic. Thank you so much again for today, darling.
See you soon.
I will talk to you later.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you. Have a lovely rest of the week. Bye, darling.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys. So that was awesome. Where are we at? My computer has got 39% remaining. I need to... I don't know, I need to turn my computer off and upload this and upload the one of Sebastian eating, which I still am not sure how that looks yet. But till later.